So, Erin, based on your experience working in the B2B industry, like we are in the B2B SaaS kind of market, so what kind of content do you think creates the most impact?
Again, content that's customer centric. So it really depends. Like, so if I'm selling into CHROs, so Chief Human Resource Officers, which I was in my last job, they're probably not
like
going to be, so they're not going to be Googling.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
I'm saying our audience as well would be like entrepreneurs, founders of startups. That kind of an audience,
So super busy, right?
Super busy.
Probably what kind of content that's going to make their life easier. So what's going to make their life easier? What are their biggest problems? How can you help them take action in the lightest lift possible, right? So I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you what's the right content.
We do have a great solution for them, virtual assistants.
Okay, so like say me, I'm a busy entrepreneur, right? So what kind of content would catch my interest in that area? So I can tell you what I would be interested in. I'm a bit of a control freak. I think a lot of entrepreneurs potentially, they're like, oh, I could never delegate because it would take me too long to document the way I do things, or other people couldn't get up to speed quick enough. So maybe some like really short, interesting stories, like success stories for people like me or people I trust. So like, oh, I know so-and-so, they have a similar business to me. Oh, that's interesting that they had success. And maybe like, here's a way to document your SOPs, your standard operating procedures in, 20% of the time, as opposed to just sitting down and typing it out. Because that's, for me, like when I had a team, of course you need to document your SOPs. You have to document the way you do things so others can follow. When you're a one-person show, you're just like, go, I don't have time to stop and document these things. But then I'm never going to be able to outsource stuff that's not documented. So I would be interested in, teach me how to do that without sitting down and typing everything. That takes a long time to get everything from my head onto a page. So are there any hacks? Are there any tips so that I could hire a virtual assistant? Because for me, there's always, why do people not say yes? Of course, the biggest number one is status quo. They're just going to maintain doing things the way they are, even if it's not great, because it's not painful enough to make me make that move. But if you show me, maybe you dig into the pain a little bit, like it is actually painful, because if you could outsource this one thing that you do every day for an hour, you could have an extra 5 hours a week to go to the gym. You've wanted to get in shape forever, but you say you're too busy. You're not. If you just got this documented SOP down, you could have a virtual assistant, and now boom, you have 5 free hours in a week to go get your health back. It's like building those narratives, telling those stories, and really, motivating people to change and making that change as easy and painless as possible.
Got it.
So I think it's a lot of, go for it, Alish.
So I was changing the topic.
Okay, I have a follow-up question. I mean, not a follow-up, just a confirmation. So it's basically a lot of case studies in a storytelling format with product demos, if I understood that correctly.
Maybe, maybe not. It's understanding what pain I have. How can you maybe make me feel like that pain is worth solving, and show me how I could do it? So I don't know exactly what the format's going to be. I'm just one person, but say everyone's just like me. I spend a lot of time on LinkedIn. I have a lot of friends on LinkedIn that I trust, that I think are smart, successful people. I struggle with documenting my SOPs, and that's why I haven't outsourced really barely anything to anyone yet. And I do bitch and moan and complain about working too much and not having enough time. So it's not that I don't want to. I would if I could solve this problem, but I don't know how, other than sitting down for like a week straight and typing everything that's in my head onto paper. So maybe you have some sort of email drip course. Every day for 30 days, you send me one thing to do today. It's going to take you 5 minutes a day. Okay, so today I need to do this thing, and that's it, 5 minutes a day. And then by the end of 30 days, I've documented my SOPs, and now I can hand that off to a VA and get my time back. maybe it's that.
Mm.
I don't know.
Yes.